Yeah, we're back. More vintage smoke alarms. Let's just get started. Got this guy here. This is not an 1839N. This is an 1839I. There's only one difference that I've noticed between the N and the I. So here's the base of the I. You can see there's two interlocking tabs here to connect to the unit. This is the base to the N, and if you can see, there's four. Other than that, there's only just a slight difference in the design of the base, and then there's just no other difference between the units that I have found. Just they seem to be the same unit, maybe just like a slightly different revision. Let's get started. Alright. This is the next unit. This is the Firenex Lifesaver 1225, which was incorrectly labeled on eBay as a 1255. This is the AC only version of my 0905, and about all I can really say. Here's the back with the base on. For the life of me, I cannot get this base off, and I don't know why. It just does not want to come off. But, you know. This is the next unit. This is the Jameson Code 1 CDH1. Very unique looking unit. This is based on the Firex FX 830, which is, as I found out, the DC only version of the FX 1218. There's the back of the unit. Pretty similar to a lot of these other Firex based units that I've shown. Nothing really interesting to say about it other than the awful design. Like, it just looks hideous. Here's our next unit. This is a BRK 83R. Basically the continuation of the 1839N. Not much I can say. These are very generic units that you would, you know. There's the inside of the unit. You've probably seen these internals many a times. And this was the unit that I posted about with a really, really corroded battery. Here's the next unit. So this is the Gentex 710F. It's big, it's square, and that's about it. There's the back of the unit. I'll take the bracket off in a second, and the insane amount of wires that this thing has on a wiring harness. There's the back without the bracket on. You can see this one's made September 27th, 2011. And interestingly enough, despite being made in 2011, this unit does code 46. My only reason of why it might be able to do that is technically this is a system detector, because it's meant to wire into a fire alarm panel. But even then, that makes no sense, because also in the 90s, you know, fire alarm systems were pretty much all code 3, so it makes no sense why it does 46, but it does. Just figured I should point that out. Next one. This is the Vulcan Mark SRO4. These, as far as I know, are pretty rare units, and I'm pretty sure these are from the 70s, like early 70s. Very interesting look. These are all brass. Well, actually it's not brass, it's actually aluminum. It just looks brass. Show you the inside here. There's the inside if you haven't seen these before. I believe these are Pyrotector base, if I remember right. But yeah, actually a Delta alarm squealer in there, which is kind of nice. Wish I could hear it, because mine has a burnt out bulb, so there's no shot I can hear it until I get a new bulb. There's the back of the unit. Very nice. These are line cord, as you can tell. And yeah, I would say if you can find one of these, get them. Even if they don't have the bulb, and like if the bulb's burnt out, they're still a cool unit to have. The next is this. This is the Vulcan Autosonic PVR Mark 1. So we probably remember the Mark 6 up here. Probably remember that. But this is the very first version of that Mark 6. I forget what these are based on, but I mean, they're just old. That's really all you need to know. Gonna show you the inside here in just a second. Alright, there's the inside. Very, very dusty. Now I haven't tested this one, and I'll show you why I haven't. Yeah, that's definitely not good for the cord to look like that. I think my plan with this is just going to make this hardwired instead of line cord, just to be able to actually test it. And if you think that sounds like a stupid idea, well, it does not care about polarity, so it's not like it really matters. Yeah, that's all I can really say with this one. Got one more, actually probably two more. I didn't grab it, but I will grab it now. Let's start with this. We've seen this. This is the First Alert HA300Q. I've posted that these things are really cheaply made, and that is very true. Like, even the SA308, which is what this is kind of based off of, back from the 90s, that feels better quality than this. And that's saying something, because this thing was made in 2018, and this thing just feels like crap. But it's just a heat alarm. Obviously there's the back. I'll show you the insides, because I don't think many people get to see the insides of heat alarms. But if your guess was just a bunch of circuitry, you'd be right. That's really all that it is. And the last one, if you choose to count this, I do. This is the Vulcan Mark 30B heat bell. I'm counting it because if I count that HA300Q, then this counts too. I believe this bell was around the time of the SR04. I'm not quite sure, because the models don't really tell you when they're from, but I believe it's from around the SR04's time. Well, this is the back. I don't have the bracket off. It's going to take me a minute to get it off anyway, but nothing much interesting is said on the back. So there's that. I'll give it a test for you. Although I'll probably put up a short for it. I just figured since I can test it right now, might as well. Let me make sure it's wound up first. So yeah. Oh, I have to do two hands for this. Maybe. So yeah. Obviously nothing visual changes when it sounds, it just sounds. So you're not missing out on much, not getting to see it sound. But if you want to know how you test it, it's just this little lever on the side. You'd push that in. I can't really do it one-handed. But yeah, so those are just some more things that I've gotten recently. And stay tuned, I'll probably have another video either, well, just sometime.